Well, hello, my friends. Oh man, what another week, and I survived it. Oh, a lot has been going on since well, basically things have been going through a lot of changes. Excuse me. And for one of the things that have been going through a lot of changes, how things have been throughout this whole situation. And it's been really busy. And you would think that I would be doing a lot of Let's Plays with all the time that I've been having, but that's not the case. Especially how the weekends have been. I've had very little time to actually do videos. So the purpose of this video is to update you on what has been going on. And one of the things that have been happening is I've been doing a lot of voiceover work. Nothing been picking up yet, but it's just a lot of voiceover jobs I've been getting, and some that have been coming in through the online want ads that I've been kind of looking through and considering doing, but I need a second opinion on it, namely my coach. I mean, she is teaching me, and for what it's worth, whatever I need to know about the industry, I can ask her about it. Because, well, really, at least I know somebody in the industry, and I work under, so she can give me the tips and the tricks I need to know about how to guide myself through it. Yesterday, I was so worn out from the seminar. The seminar was located in Century City. It's basically like the back end of Fox Hills, per se. Because where I saw was Westfield. So where I was, get this, the Avenue of the Stars. In a building which I've never heard before. And once again, I don't know why it is, but excuse me, such companies like Voices.com and Patreon, they don't use known buildings. They use these out of the way places. And I have to say, the voiceover community is quite big in number, but small, but very mighty. I would say I've at least met one person out of that whole group that I found was cool. Maybe two or three, but I've only at least made contact with two people. And even when coming back, because I took Lyft to get there and to take me back, I met the coolest guy there when I was going back home. Now, when I was told about the voice industry, was how my setup was. The thing is, your setup is just as important as the work you put out, because really you don't need a $3,000. Yeah, yeah, 3,000. You don't need a $3,000 piece of sound equipment just to make things work. You can work on a $400 budget and still can make things work. And I mentioned this before, but I do have some stuff coming in through the mail that I've already ordered on through Sweetwater. And mind you, that was through my coach's behest. because she knows somebody who basically is her contact guy. So she told me to use her as a point of interest, a person of interest, just to talk to this person. She gave me all the information about what to use for everything, as far as what I plan to do as far as voiceovering is concerned. Now, the one thing I'm also going to do, as you can hear this in the background, you heard this in many of my videos, especially if I'm doing something without technically the, especially if you can hear this when I'm doing capture recording. You don't hear it much when I'm doing it when I'm actually recording on the game monitor, or rather on the screen, but you would hear it when I'm doing screen capture, and that's my chair. Now my chair has been through a lot and yet it's still kicking, but I think now is the time that I should consider getting a new chair. Now I have been looking at getting myself a new chair, as well as using the new setup when it comes in next week for just for my voice work. Now it's not going to be used for, say, my let's plays. Strictly when I have my setup, it's going to be for voiceover. So that's a thing that I plan to do. And like I said, I've been so busy that I really haven't had the time to do recording. And if, I have to find my time to do recording when the agency isn't sending me work. Because when the agency sends me work, that means, guess what? I gotta do it immediately, just so I can get in. Because they've been sending me quite a bit of work, and it's good. They send me at least 3, maybe 4 a week, if not that. 3 at the most, 3 as a minimum, 5 at the most. Now it might be one day, or it might be 2 days, because they usually send me mail. They usually send me some stuff through my email at least around the time that I'm usually recording. And you've seen some of them, or rather, you will see some of them in some cases, in which it shows up and bloop, there it is. And when I'm recording, it's usually around, like, say, 12 to 3 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, my time, of course. And whenever I put them up, I basically put them up in advance when I'm running low on footage. And I have to admit, I'm running kind of low on footage on what I'm working on as far as let's plays are concerned. I plan to remedy that sometime this week after say I get my setup built and whatever I plan to do after that gets going. So this would mean that I'm gonna be moving up in the world. It's not bad, but I mean, I've been doing this for, say, since I was 23. So mind you, I've been on YouTube since 2006, but I hadn't done anything since 2010. And yet, I'm still doing stuff on YouTube. And I'm trying to move up in that, just so it's a presentable line of work, as well as it continues to basically become one of my channels of income. If not my main, then one of my channels of income. Now, as far as Let's Plays are concerned, um, I did manage to get a few extra games. Or rather, not a few extra games, but a few games over the week. And not a big lineup. Some, for the most part, no, some for the most part that I have been looking at. And I've been looking all over for this thing. Anyway, some that I have been getting. One I had to turn in and decided I'll get a digital download of it. One of the things I actually did, as far as digital downloads is concerned, is the Yakuza bundle. And the thing about the Yakuza bundle is, it's like this. It's episodic. So therefore, what I already have is Yakuza 3 on my PS4. So when I get around to doing the PS3 versions of the Yakuza games, that'll most likely be if I find a physical copy of Yakuza Kiwami 2. After I'm done with 0, I am going to move into Yakuza Kiwami and then Kiwami 2, which is totally different from Yakuza 2 because more story. Because all you saw in Yakuza 2 was Kiryu, but you didn't see what happened on the other side. So, just like with 0, Kiwami and Kiwami 2 are basically what happened on this side of the fence, besides what you're seeing what Kiryu was doing. So that's going to be exciting in its own right, regardless of how it's going to end up. And I figured out, and I learned, the reason why some things get blocked is because of spoilers. Yeah, Yakuza has a strange way of doing things. And really, it's like this. If you're doing it as a Let's Play, the only way I would have to do it is I would have to get something to bypass the quote-unquote blockage. Because really, I'm just doing that as a Let's Play. Shouldn't be blocked just because I have to basically get the Steam version of Yakuza 2. I mean, Yakuza Kiwami 2. I mean, I have Yakuza Kiwami and Yakuza 0. So guess what? That would not make sense for me to actually restart a game that I've already made a lot of progress in, but stop because of that. It's the same thing with Lost Paradise. I would have to do the following, which is string the ending of it. I haven't done that yet. Haven't gotten around to it. Because like I said, been so busy. Yakuza is about the same way. It's like, really? You're just going to do that? If that's the case, I might as well just stream the damn game if that's the case. But like I said, I'd rather just do the following. If it comes to terms that I would have to stream it, then I'll find a way to do it off my laptop. And then go from there. Because believe it or not, excuse me, believe it or not, I can't do it on my computer. I can't do it on my old rig. Yes, the Choju cannot do. The Choju cannot do Yakuza. It can only do Yakuza 1, Yakuza 2, but it can't do the remastered version. Ah, well, such is life. Let's see, what else was I mentioning? Yes, my pickups. My pickups from GameStop are as follows, if I can actually... They're right here, never mind. Here, I was worried about where my account information was. It was sitting right beside me all this time. Okay, so... Good thing I have everything I wanted to share right next to me as I am doing all this. So let's see. Here we go. One, two, three. I might as well add that because I bought that recently but never played it yet. Four. Yeah, I think that's it. Four. I only bought 4 games. Okay, so these 4 games in which I bought one in which I bought like weeks back, but again, haven't gotten around to playing it because I've been quite busy with reality. Reality's a bitch sometimes. Okay, so what I have in my hand is the following. Now, what I bought weeks back is One Piece Burning Blood, and mind you, I do have it on Steam, but I can't run it for some odd reason. But I can run it on my PS4. Oh yeah, I got another one too. So I got One Piece Burning Blood. Plan to do that pretty soon. More than likely, when I get to say maybe after I finish up Digimon, you know. I got also speaking of Digimon, to go with what I already have, which is Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory, is the game in between that Digimon World Next Order. Oh, excuse me. Now, mind you, just like with Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory, it is with Japanese voice acting. English, text, Japanese voice acting. And I'm okay with that. And this guy looks straight up like Sora. Excuse me if I'm belching. I had quite a meal earlier, so it's just coming out. Excuse me. Okay, so we got Digimon World Next Order, One Piece Burning Blood. I also have the BioShock collection, which is all 3 BioShock games on 2 discs. And I just recently beat BioShock 1 on PS4 a few hours back. And I have to say, it's still just as hard as when I was doing it as a Let's Play. Let me tell you, that's just some sort of And yeah, pretty soon I'll be doing BioShock 2. Mind you, I'm only playing BioShock 1 and 2, but I will be doing Infinite as a Let's Play. Probably better if I do it off the PS4 because it looks so much better. Of course, if things were to happen like, oh, you know how it is with BioShock games. You know, the music gets flagged or some reason. I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna play it regardless. Because there's some things like, for some reason, some people are so scared that they're gonna get flagged for copyright music, and you know, it's like this. Music is music. Let's just get this clear out of the way before I continue my buys. Music is music. And we all know how YouTube is sometimes with music. They will, you know, it's like this. You play any kind of certain music, they'll throw a claim saying it came from this. I said, well, actually, to be really honest, let the actual artist get that credit for it. I said, I'd rather give the actual artist who is behind the music that credit. Just because. And I have to say this to some people out there who are probably listening. I said, you gotta just stand up. Don't be a bitch. When it comes to your stuff, don't be a bitch. Because, I mean, you've seen what I had to go through, or you probably haven't seen what I had to go through just to keep one strike off my channel. I had to go through a lot of looking because of copyright. And yes, I do know about copyright because, hey, I'm an author. I have copyright on my work. So if it's used in any sort of way without my perusal, guess what I'm going to do? And not to mention the fact that there have been people in my corner fighting for me, fighting on my side. Such people as Big Fatty Plus and Dark Valentine. I believe there were some other people too. I believe maybe. I know those two were really just really on it. You know, those two were really on the guns on it, and I had to give them full respect. I had to give them full respect because they were just jumping on it. Because even the people, even some people, say I shouldn't get a copyright just because of something else. And I remember what that copyright was about. It was about Tatsunoko Fight. I remember it was when I did it as a Let's Play. I had a strike on it until I basically went to. I actually wrote a letter to them saying, "Look, my apologies, but I'm just doing it as a Let's Play. So, unless you have something against me doing that, I have no problem stopping my project just because I need to, just because I'm in violation of, you know, not doing your work justice. If I'm in violation of anything, is just basically saying I'm not showing this series any justice. As if anything, if I have earned a strike for that, it be for that, not just because some BS about content, visual content. I'm like, it's a goddamn anime opening. Like I haven't seen an anime opening in like what? All my life? 32. Well, let's see. I'm 40, so 35 years. I've seen anime off and on. You think I have not seen Speed Racer before? Speed Racer is like the most offensive thing I've ever shown on my channel. It's like, oh, it's Tatsunoko. I'm like, I play Kyato Nintendo, which is Samurai Pizza Cats in English. And really, that really isn't. That's nothing. That's nothing compared to the cats I've seen on YouTube, and they're doing all this stupid shit just for the views and whatnot. I'm hardly doing shit for the views because I'm really a down to earth guy, just basically enjoying what I'm doing, which is playing a video game, sharing my love for my side of the world with the rest of the world. I say, even though people have not heard of me, that's okay. That's okay. Because down the line, people will be hearing about me. Like, wait, you're that guy? Yeah, I'm that guy. Because there are plenty of Let's Plays that I can say are prolific to me, and if people want to find me through that, yeah, basically a new feature that they did on YouTube that I've been using is the hashtag feature, and basically you can do it too if you have, like, say, if you want quicker access, just put in the description box hashtag your channel name or whatever. I'm telling you, people will find you faster that way. So you just put in hashtag your username, your YouTube username, bam, there you go. If you're wondering about how to do it faster, bam, there you go. That's how you do it. It will work, trust me. So again, thanks to those who have been fighting with me throughout all these years. But I have to tell you guys, for those who have not, yes, you can challenge the system. You just have to do it in the proper context. Because I'm just being real. Don't be afraid of saying my work is not offensive to anyone, really. That's all you have to really tell these people. You have to let them know, oh hey, look, could you lift this off me, because really I haven't done any wrong to you. I haven't said anything nasty or anything like that. But all I've shown was your work in action. So, word to the wise is self-sufficient. Just be aware that you do have rights. And you should not be afraid of saying that you have a right to show whatever you want to show, as long as it's in the realm of good taste. That's all I can say about that. So back to what I was my latest buys. I have to share that, because really, there are people there are some people on YouTube that says, well, I can't. Yeah, you can. That's all you have to do is just, you can at least question, but just don't take it with a grain of salt. I mean, it's like, even if you are, just ask why. That's all. You just want to know why. You question. Okay, that we have that right to question. All right, so I had to. Okay, so I said the last one was Digimon World Next Order, and the one following that was BioShock Collection, and this one, oh, tough choices. I had to basically turn in the game before that because it didn't work. And that game was Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate. Since I'm doing Warriors Orochi, I said, well, I might as well do all four of the games. And since they got Ultimate coming out, I might just do Warriors Orochi 4 regular, and then just do Ultimate as, like, say, an add-on. So that's what I got. I got Warriors Orochi 4, in which, like I said, Ultimate, Warriors Orochi 4 Ultimate is coming out next year, around February, I think. And they're going to have added characters. So I will do Warriors Orochi 4 as a Let's Play. Well, until I get Warriors Orochi 3, most likely on digital download. Because I got a few games that I would like to do, and they're on digital download. But I have not really had the time to download them because I've been doing a lot of stuff. And trust me, I have a lot of stuff, regardless of what the algorithm has said, because we all know that YouTube's algorithm is all sorts of messed up. So, after I'm done with Warriors of Orochi 1, taking a break from that, then do 2, then taking a break from that, and then do 3 and 4. Well, I'll do 3 Ultimate on PS4, and Orochi 4 also on PS4, and Ultimate as its own thing. One moment. Oh, man. I'm telling you this right now. But the medicine I take is pretty potent. So, mind you, I take my medicine twice a day. I'm getting this out of the way because my body's going through a lot of changes. And ever since I had the heart attack last year, my body has been going through a lot of changes. For one of the things, since I take medicine now, it every so often it is very potent that basically I have to drain all the toxins out of my body. It's not as bad as you think it is. But when I take my medicine, it's like ugh. That's how it is. Like ugh. That's all it is. Just basically oh, just my stomach just like oh. Yeah, it's a purge. So technically, when I purge, I purge. Sometimes it takes a few hours. Sometimes it takes less than that. I just had to share that. And I think right now my stomach's like, okay, I think I'm good. So I think right now I am feeling pretty good. Let's see, what was I mentioning? Let's see, video game. Alright, let's plays. As far as let's plays are concerned, I do have one in backlog that I plan on showing off. I don't know. I don't know when, but probably let's say in between what I'm doing, because as you can tell, I have Phoenix Wright back in rotation. I have Theta back in rotation. I have I'm still doing Earthbound Zero. I'm still doing Sister Generation. Warriors of Orochi. Excuse me. Muscle Kenshin. And all my PS4 Let's Plays. So I do have a mass load of backlog. And that said, a few games in which I plan to basically start doing more recording of, I will be doing in like say a few days from now. One such game is Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. Since I'm at 39, part 39, we're halfway through the game. That means we are on chapter 10, and that's like stopping point right there because, like I said, I've only did 39 episodes of that off and on, and the last time I was doing it, it was right around July, maybe August, before all this mess went down. So I haven't touched that game since, but I plan to complete it, get back onto it. Not say complete it, because it's going to take a while for me to actually get into a groove of me actually recording, like say 2-3 hours worth of footage And then after that, then then I gotta do the same for another game, and then another game, and then another game, and I'm doing voiceover work. Well, more likely they're auditions, but still I consider it work because, hey, it gives me a lot to add to my repertoire of projects that I'm doing for commercials, video games, and stuff in between. Like I said, I have been busy, so therefore, the peace that I usually like to have, I try to maintain it as best I can. And I'm not online as much as I would like to be, but when I do, I like to get my work done. So that means, oh hey, Facebook, whatever problems, whatever drama it is that's happening on Facebook, I can't help you. Even especially with the groups. Oh hey group, I need help with. Look, play whatever you fucking want. God damn it. Did you know this person died? Did you know that every person that's lived as long as like 50 to 80 some odd years, they die? Their health declines just as fast just because A, nature has kicked them in the ass, or B, it's just what they did to themselves. So they're on borrowed time if they're like 80 and they haven't done shit right. And now it's basically like, oh, I have to do it right. It's like, you're damn right you have to do it right. Moving on. I know I've been like off and on a tangent, but a lot has been going on. I've been very busy, and because I've been so busy, like I said, between voiceover work, between the changes that have been going on in the house, that means me managing bills and making sure that everything stays the way it is, and trying to get help with other things. It just hasn't been like easy, and it's just been wearing me out. So yeah, you can understand why I want to just have a day just to sleep, a day in which I don't want nobody to call me, or even if they do call me, I'm like, what happened to you? I said, that's very easy. I've been asleep. I've been dead to the world asleep. I don't want to hear what your problem is. You ain't got no problem, okay? Seriously, you ain't got no problem. You just want to call me just to bug the shit out of me. Isn't that right? That's all you want to do. You just want to bug the shit out of me. You don't want anything. That's what it seems like. It's the same thing on online sometimes. You guys don't want anything. There's certain people that basically would say that, and I'm not talking about my friends, because I already know about Ryu. Work has kicked his ass. We hear it sometimes in Discord chat that basically work has kicked his ass. I will say no more about it because if you want to know more, you're gonna have to ask Ryu or listen in on the Discord chat. No, I'm not going to promote that. I'm really not. Because the thing is, we don't want stalkers in our chats and whatnot. Like, I'm a fan of your work. Like, the fuck you say? Or maybe we do. It's just, or maybe we do. Just to add to the madness that goes on behind the scenes of everything that we do between all our channels individually. But you don't know that. I mean, it's just me off the cuff now because Like I said, I've been through oh so much. And like I said, I got a lot of projects that I'm basically going to work through. As far as what I'm going to do next, like I said, I'm still on Phoenix Wright, and since since I'm treating as since I'm treating the first three games as individual, like I finished Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, I'm back on Justice for All. So after I'm done with Justice for All, I am probably going to do something else. And like I said, I have some stuff in backlog that I need to finish. So basically, I only got two games in backlog that I have not had the time to deal with because of all the stuff that has been somewhat monopolizing my time. So therefore, I'm excluding the time that I usually have doing voiceover work and time with my coach and time with friends and all that. I mean that's just normal. I'm talking about my time when I'm working. But aside from that, no, nothing's in crisis. Nothing's in terrible shape, which is good. Excuse me. Like I said, if you hear me yawn during this video, that only means one thing. I have some sturdy ass stamina and I'm running low. But but it's pretty much for the best that I do this just to basically say, oh hey, I'm tired as all get out. I'm so glad I'm not doing this on camera because you will see so many things going on that it would not make sense. Like, Izzy, are you alright? No, I'm busy. That's what it is. But no, to be perfectly honest, um, as far as what my list is concerned, I'm basically working on stuff just to basically get to returning to, as well as what I'm still working on as we speak. I mean, I got like one, two, three, four, five, one, two, three, four, five, six Steam games on my desktop that I'm looking at, and I'm still working on two. Well, actually three, but the third one is just being put on hold because, like I said, I have not. I've been so busy with everything else. I just never found time to go back to it. I have to make time to go back to these games. Mm-hmm. But when I am looking at on my desktop is the following. I'm still doing Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 2, Sister Generation, Gurumin A Monstrous Adventure, Front Mission Evolved, Light Fairy Tale. That'll probably be something I will try the new recorder I had when Windows 10 was installed. I will basically try that. Um, yeah, and I also have Shovel Knight Treasure Trove, and of course, when I still am working on Phoenix Wright. So the only two games I'm still working on is Phoenix Wright and Hyperdimension Neptunia. So I guess what I can do is uninstall Shovel Knight because, like I said, that'd be like too much I'm doing. So I might just either put Shovel Knight into say backlog as far as what I'm working on, as well as what I'm continuously working on as we speak. But like I said, as such as things as going on, I plan to get back to certain games when there is some level of balance. On top of that, I got a few things I would like to do to really pass time with. I have a Captain America jigsaw puzzle that I put out on the dining room table, as well as that Mazinger Z kit that Big sent for me, that Big sent to me rather, for my birthday. Once again, thank you, Big. I still have the Pac-Man. I still have that Pac-Man mini arcade thing right behind my Digimon. It's right behind Wargreymon and Gabumon. Yeah, it's funny because the way it is, it's just too funny. I tried it once, like I'm playing a video game in my hand and trying to do Pac-Man in one hand while it's just a kid thing. I can imagine if I was doing Galaga, like, oh Galaga, think my thumb will be at war with the screen. No lie, no lie. Just I'm at war with the galaxy. Here's my thumb. Oh man, it's just it's all good though. It really is. It's all good. Like I said, just trying to manage things. Well, at the same time, making sure that all that is going on, making sure that everything is where it should be, balanced in its own right. But in any case, I'm hoping things will slow down to a crawl next month. Because, oh my god, it's October. Oh god, it's October. I might take a break from Phoenix Wright, and I don't know if and I did say on a video that I may do Danganronpa 2. I will have to make sure that if it runs properly, because like I said, there are certain games that couldn't run on Windows 7 just because it didn't meet its Windows 7 can't meet its requirements. But there are some games that can be played on Windows 10, but no problem. So, like I said, Hyperdimension Neptunia 2 was one of them. Front Mission Evolved was another one of them. So another one will probably, so the third one will most likely be Danganronpa 2. Yeah, it's inevitable. But hey, I'd rather just do 2 of those games than just say, "Oh, I'm going to do that." No, no, I think 2 is enough for me. Okay. Like I said, I'm not a real big fan of horror because horror is just flat out boring to me. Now, I mean, if we're talking about samurai horror, like Ayakashi, that's basically some stuff that basically I don't think anybody in their right mind would actually touch. Like we could say Tokiden could be an Ayakashi. Tokiden would be considered Ayakashi, as well as Getsufuma. Getsufuma is also an Ayakashi. Um, Samurai horror tale, and even some of the visual novels I have, they could be considered that, but that goes without saying that I'd rather just do that than just say straight up horror, because straight up horror simply does 2 things to me. It either gets me enraged or upset. Oh no, that's 2 things. It either gets me enraged or upset, or flat out bored the living shit out of me. That's why I don't really care much for horror. It's like, I want you to do a horror game. Nah. Why not? Not interested. That's why I would turn down a heartbeat. Like, that's my reason. I said, I've seen enough horror in my life. People have died before me, so therefore, that's the reason why I don't like doing horror games. So aside from that, yeah, I have, I have basically got a lot to say. I'm telling you. I've been going on for 50 some odd minutes. Yeah, but in a nutshell, very busy. Have to basically do an update video. Just really get a chock full mess of what's been going on. So, getting the house straight, getting rid of all these bugs and whatnot. Yeah, we got a roach mess happening. And still got to dump all this tainted food that basically is probably causing these things to show up for some godforsaken reason. I still gotta do that, and oh boy, that's gonna be quite the mess. Yeah. So anyway, I hope you have been enjoying the stuff I have been putting up on my channel. And trust me, I will be putting up more stuff on my channel, as well as stuff that is going to make a return. Stuff that, is in backlog. Like Xenogears. Xenogears is still in backlog. As well as Shining in the Darkness, that's still in backlog. And Chrono Trigger, that's still in backlog. And I'll be working on like a whole mass load of stuff for you, the viewing audience, to enjoy. So I hope you have been enjoying my channel. And if you are new, welcome. Feel free to drop me a line, say hello, and tell me what's good in your life and all that. And if you do have a request, and I must make it as plain and simple as day. Whatever your request is, do not make it up to where I have to do this and I must do this. I want to play the game for what it's worth. I don't want it to become a chore to where I don't want to play the game. I want to enjoy the game for what it's worth and maybe poke fun at it at the same time. Okay? Okay. So with that, I've been your friendly neighborhood Tenkaichi. Yes, I'm pretty sure I am your friendly neighborhood Tenkaichi. Even though I have taken many forms, but I like Getsufuma the best. Because, really, it pretty much sums up everything what I deal with in life, which is a whole bunch of shit. I'll see you next time, folks. Hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time, okay? Take care, and, Dai Tenso!